All right, all right. This is going to be a weird stream. So let's jump into it. How's it going, everybody? Hope you're all having an absolutely fantastic day. Fantastic Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday. Cocaine. Wow. Hold on. I got a thing. Hold on. Where is it? Nope, not that. Hold on. Then I thought I had a wow.
Oh my god! Wow!
It's not quite the same. I thought I had another wow, but I think I deleted it at some point. Oh, well, that's fine. Also, post-market depression does hit different. Being bored all day, but also you want to do absolutely nothing. I can feel that. I feel that. If you said something, I could have come over for the party. Oh, well, she didn't. But anyway, let's get into some craziness, shall we? Because tonight's going to be interesting. Oh, she told you. You just didn't bother. I see how it is. I see how it is. So, yeah, let's, I guess, I don't know, jump right into it. I'm not sure. Because I haven't played this game in like, what, 2 years? 3 years? Something like that? This is a weird as hell game. If you have never seen somebody play this game, may I send the clip of me saying that? Saying what? Don't worry, it's stream friendly. But clip of you saying what? Savage. Oh, the cocaine wow line. Yeah, sure, fine. Go for it. I've known you long enough.
Cocaine, wow. You'd never have guessed that.
When did you play this? When did you play it? And like... Oh, your friend Derry did. So your friend Derry got you to voice the Colonel? It was less of a party and more of me sharing 2 sips of honey whiskey with the gods at a fire and dancing my way into the 1st of May. Fair enough. Yeah, he played through the whole game and I voice acted everyone. What, he didn't want to voice act any of it himself? Bruh. All right. Let's jump into the game. It's going to take about 3 hours to complete the game. He's a little bit shy. Well, then maybe a little bit shy people, I don't know how well they do in YouTube videos. Anyway, I'm just messing with you to mess with you. But this game takes about 3 hours to complete if I remember correctly. So I do be playing Legends Arceus again. Hell yeah. Both I'm cultured. Hell yeah, cultured as fuck. All right. Let's start this craziness. All right. Oh boy. KFC presents. This is never gonna get old. This never gets old to me, honestly. Oh. This game. It's like a Persona 5 intro. It's because of the anime style. It helps you get ready for what you're about to get into. I need to make sure that everything's good. Yeah, we're gonna prioritize quality over speed. We're not speeding through this game. We're gonna do a new game. What should our character be? I need names, people. Who is our character's name going to be? These nuts. Really? We're gonna use an old meme? Phyllis? Phyllis D's nuts? Oh god. Phyllis Dick in your mouth. No. No, Savage. All right. We need a name. Cheeto, Black, Special. Any of you got? Fine, Will. No, I'm not naming our character Will. Will this? No. No, we need a funny name. Eggplant. I mean, that's okay. You've done better, Cheeto. I'm gonna be honest. You've done better. I'm just saying, you've done better. Ursula? See, that sounds too Little Mermaid. Jerkwad. Oh boy. Jerkwad. Beautiful day, isn't it? Oh, that'd be an interesting one. Name him Lord Farquaad. Or Lord Fuck. Guess what? 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 What special? Chicken butt? I guess. Rooster Rick. Oh, is that like the name that we should give the character? Call them guess what? You. Hey. I take offense to that. Genius. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Sure. Hold on. I'm gonna look up how to spell Lord Farquaad. Let's see. Lord Maximus Farquaad. Rose. Rude. Name it the Rizzler. I like that. Rizzler. Hold on. The Rizzler. I can't put Farquaad. The Rizzler. I knew I could count at least on Penguin. Also, how's it going, Penguin? How's it going, Rose? Welcome in. You guys prepared? Because we're going on an adventure of a lifetime. It's good. How about you? I'm doing good. Oh boy. Here we go. Sit back, relax, get yourself a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken, because, oh boy, we going on a trip. Of course, I will be voicing all the characters. So, what kind of voice should we give the Rizzler? Maximum Chad voice. 60-year-old smoker. I think doing a smoker voice is gonna kill my throat, Rose. Meow from the other room. How about a really pervy voice? Okay, so we can either do a really pervy voice. I don't know who Marlon Brando is. I can't do Donald Duck. Just make it. 60-year-old smoke is for Uwu girl. I've never been good at doing Donald Duck. I can't do him, so sadly, no Donald Duck. Okay. How could we do this? Well, this isn't even like do a hood voice. Hey, yo, what's up? Girl, you looking fly as the pervy southern uncle who's kind of unhinged. Oh boy. Trevor from GTA 5. Hold on. I got an idea. I wonder if I can find it. Oh, God. What is that? Look, I took speed and I'm in the best shape of my life. Ain't that right, Jelly Jugs? Alright, hold on. I gotta... Right. I just want to see if I can find... Just want to see if I can find a Trevor voice for... No, sadly there isn't. That sucks. Okay, never mind. I thought it'd be funny. Oh well. Alright, well this is just the open dialogue thing anyway, so it's not even the main character. But I'll give this character like the Bowser voice. Michael Jackson on helium. Oh boy. And that's what we'll do. I can't beat you in a fight because you're deranged. Not in shape. Whatever you say, sugar tits. Morgan Freeman. I can't do Morgan Freeman. I'm not that good. I can't do a good Morgan Freeman. No, I'm gonna give the Bowser voice to somebody else later. What would be the best way to do Morgan Freeman? Let me see. How to do the Morgan Freeman voice. Nope. Video. There's actually videos on how to do it. Just take your Ford 150 voice and make it
Hi,
black.
My name is Boot, and two parts. It's got a high-pitched part and a low-pitched part. For example, if
Yeah, this is gonna take too long. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'll just give it a regular voice for now, and we'll get into the really weird voices for the main characters. What is this? Oh, that's just the menu. It's been a long time. When in doubt, Ford 150 out. You got a 6. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in the moment forever. Or you could wake up now. Your first day of culinary school is no time to sleep in. You slept through the school year and gave up on the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to meet Colonel Sanders. We came over and let's go! I don't know who Marlon Brando is. I give up. Fuck this game. Well, that's the end of the stream, everybody. Hold on. I'm gonna look up who Marlon Brando is, because that's gonna annoy me if I don't. Marlon Brando. Nope. Can't say I know who he is. Nope. Don't know who he is. Alright. Back to the game. Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. No. Your mind begins to wander. Who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by, and you find your imagination getting away from you. It's here finally, your first day of culinary school. So many dishes to prepare, so many students to meet. Your mind is swimming with possibilities when you realize you're running late. You grab a biscuit and burst out the door in a hurry. I love how they use a biscuit instead of bread. Delicious. Just what you needed to wake up those taste buds. Yikes, you're in such a hurry, in fact, that you forgot to put on any deodorant before running out the door. You're sweating buckets as you rush to arrive on time. Uh-oh. No, I've never seen The Godfather. Oh, this was... I wasn't making it up, DZ. It's a real game. I wish I could have been joking when I said it, DZ, but I'm not. It's a legit thing. Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. Brought to you by KFC. It's a free game too, DC, so you could just download it. Here comes your lifelong best friend forever, Miriam. She's the most adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it. I'd rather not. Okay, what kind of voice should we give her? What kind of voice should we give Miriam? I'm gonna write down all these voices. I'm gonna use a notepad. Notepad. There we go. KFC presents horse meat. Miriam equals uwu voice. She is definitely an uwu girl. Oh God. Fine. Miriam is uwu voice. Don't say I never did nothing for you guys. Swear. How am I gonna do? I know, but why that? But why that? Good morning, the Wizwa. Uwu, are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives? Hold on, I'm gonna lower down the volume. Music volume. There we go. Oh Lord, here we go again. Hell yeah. Because I sure am excited, a little nervous. Okay, a lot nervous. Okay, what voice are we giving the Rizzler? What voice are we giving the Rizzler? What voice are we giving the main character? Also, 2 rows, you can just exclamation mark clip like Savage did and you can create a clip. Okay, what voice are we giving the Rizzler? Chad? Chad. Okay. What the? It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself. But, well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail? That ooh sound is going to be like my most used thing. So I'm going to lower down the volume a little bit more. Classic Miriam, raised by master chef parents. She's always held herself to a very high standard. Okay, the Rizzler is Chad voice. Rizzler is Chad voice. All right. Well, ever since we were little babies playing together and you rescued me from that quicksand box, it's been clear to me that you're the most annoying as hell, you weirdo, caring person I know. You're going to do great. But with University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning's famous 3-day only semesters, I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching up. Got my popcorn ready. Also, welcome in, Super Red. Sweet girl, Miriam has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer, she got so nervous. She got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. Should you pep talk her or change the subject to give her some relief? What should we do, everybody? Pep talk her or change the subject? Let's do, put number 1 in the chat if you want me to pep talk her, or number 2 to change the subject. Pep talker? All right. Also, welcome in, Sarah. Remember last month when we saw that fortune teller and had our tarot cards read? Yup. The lady with the mask who gave me nightmares? I've been trying to forget. I know. She looks spooky. Like, she looked like an 80-year-old grandmother high on crack. But she was so sweet. And probably high on crack. And she told you that you were destined for great things. Even though I'm not 100% sure about that myself. Because, you know, I'm so much better than you. Remember that card with the fancy-looking tower? And that other card featuring the handsome fellow in the red suit? And remember how I knocked over that card of that tower of cards because I could? And I pinned the blame on you because you're I've been waiting for so long to meet a handsome fellow I could call my own. Akiyama. And I'm sure you will soon. Probably not. In no time, we'll be graduating, and you'll be delighting the world with your heartfelt cooking in no time at all. Even though her cooking's kind of trash, not gonna lie. As you talk Miriam up, you can feel her nerves begin to ease. You know what? Maybe everything will be okay after all. And if not, at least I have these killer bangs. By the world, I mean this dingy ass town you grew up in, bitch. Thank you, Sarah. Can you believe I cut them myself? You can definitely believe it. I cannot believe it. Before you can get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom engraved measuring spoons out of your hands and onto the ground. Hey! It's Ashley. I love how it's spelled though. Your arch rival. She's totally evil, and you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants, and she knows it. Hello. All right, what kind of voice should we give Ashley? Ashley. Should we give her like a really annoying, like, okay, what do you want, bitch? Kind of voice? She's a slay queen. All right, we'll do slay queen. Hold on, I'm getting a call. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that, everybody. Okay. I love how her name is spelled. It's so dumb. So A-E-S-H. How else was it? A-E-S-H-L-E-I-G-H. L-E-I-G-H is Yas Queen voice. All right. I just need to make sure that I keep track of like all these voices. Yas, bitch. Oh, I didn't see you there, chicken shins. You leave the Wizworth shins alone. They are perfectly normal shins. Ugh, you can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying. You know for a fact that it's actually A-S-H-L-E-Y, but she had to add extra letters to make herself feel better than everyone. If anyone here knows what perfect shins look like, It's us. We're not going to let you or your really weird insults get us, loser. Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend, Van Van the Man Man. Van Van the Man Man has stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight, you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rocking glutes. Ahem, Van Van. I can't do Morgana's voice. I've got the perfect voice for this dude. Oh boy. He needs a Prince Charming from Shrek voice. Nah, he's gonna get my Bowser voice. Van Van's getting my Bowser voice. Anybody who has watched me stream Paper Mario, you know the Bowser voice. Cocaine, wow. Oh no, he's hot. Like, give him a real degenerate voice. You rang. You've never been sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van Van have been just as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious. I can't believe that University of Cooking School Academy for Learning would even allow people like you to attend as students, you turds. I know, right? You'd think they'd just hand us our diplomas now. Yes. Or maybe hire us honors professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. With the first day of school about to start, there's just no time to properly tell these two off, so you resist the urge. Excuse me, is bro having an orgasm? Let's go. See you later, woozers. As you approach the door, you see a goofy looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it. Okay, what do we name him? Pop. What voice should we... Now that's the smoker. Okay, I'll do my best. Oopsie. I think it's broken. No, hold on. Let me see. How can I do this voice correctly? Just imitate my voice for the kid. I think it's broken. You reach forward and easily pulled the door open. That should do the trick, weird little brat. I love you. I think you mean thank you. Oh, wait. I think you mean thank you. My name is Pop. I was named after my Pop. He's old. Could someone like this also be a student at the school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob, but I guess he's reading it upside down. Hi, Pop. I'm the Rizzler. So, are you going to make me hold this door all day or what, loser? Nope. And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you. You're the grandma who hates chocolate from SpongeBob. What's chocolate? What do you mean chocolate? I don't remember chocolate. I just think Lord Crump. That's the next voice. And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you. All right, so I just need to make sure here. I have Van. Van is my Bowser voice. And Bob, aka Pop, is Smoker voice. All right. I think so. Is it just me, or is he kind of cute? I think it's just you. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. A scruffy-looking pooch takes his place at a podium at the front of the class. Adorable. All right, Sprinkles. What are we naming Sprinkles? Dog is going to be fine with Granny voice. Is that what we want? So where does Mr. Popo fit into all of this? Should we give the Mr. Popo voice to Colonel Sanders? I forgot that the dog was the teacher in this game. A really put out of breath old hag. Quiet down, maggots. Fuck you. God, this game is a fever dream. All right. So, giving him old hag voice. Snape. Now, quiet down, everyone. Ronald Weasley. Harry Potter. Dog Snape. Okay, I think I can do an all right Snape. I'm not very good at Snape, but I think that's the voice we're gonna go with for Sprinkles. Snaples. Fucking Snaples. What do we have here? We have fucking Snaples. I vividly remember everything that happens in this game. This is already one of the best streams ever. You can never go wrong with a game like this. Okay, so Sprinkles will be Snape voice, or my attempt of a Snape voice. Now, quiet down, everyone. Who is this unreasonably cute pup? And why is he in our culinary class? You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of UCSAL. Please call me Professor Snaples. I may be cute and little and fluffy, but I still demand respect. Woof. What? A cute dog is our professor. This is the best school ever. I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. Hearing the chat voice just makes me think of Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop. No clue why. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you as a swirl of cherry blossom petals fill the air inside the classroom. I'm chilly. Someone close the window. And then he walks in. I've said he's fluffy. All right, what voice are we giving Colonel Sanders? Mr. Popo? Is that what everybody wants? Everybody wants me to have Colonel Sanders be Mr. Popo? Is that what we're doing? Fucking Mr. Popo. You're immediately swept up. I just threw something out there. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still. It's him. It's gay uncle. How would I voice a gay uncle? If it isn't my favorite student, Harland. Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles. Sorry, Professor Dog, before he can finish his sentence. Let me think. Alright, bitch. Please, call me Colonel. I don't know. I don't know about the Mr. Popo voice. Call me Colonel, bitch. Sanders looks like the sugar daddy Van Fan dreams of. Gay uncle is God. How would I do that kind of voice? Just do a stereotypical gay voice. So, like, the voice we gave Ashley. Okay, hold on. Pimp. Nah, I don't know how well pimp would work. Okay, let me think here. Just stereotypical gay voice. Okay, let me think. I'm just trying to think of a good way of be as dramatic as you could imagine. Please call me Colonel. This is so dumb. I can just imagine. Please call me Colonel. What is he dying for? All right, let's see. All right, let's try stereotypical gay. He imagines drama. Think of a Valley Girl, but in a guy's voice. Okay. So, you can call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders. Don't you forget it, asshole. A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. That sounds so much worse. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you, and you're not entirely wrong. And this over here must be Sweaty Sweats a lot. Maybe should open that window back up before faucet pits melts into a puddle and evaporates entirely. Hold on! Just a second. Nobody talks to my friend like that. Sick burn. Not dramatic and overly screaming enough. I am also like, my bedroom is literally on the other side of this wall and my wife can hear me doing all these voices. I don't need her to think I've completely lost my mind yet. Only partially. You two both know my name. We were in the same kindergarten class. And what is with all your really weird insults? Could be Trevor. She is fun. Besides, when the wizard sweats, it's not gross, it's beautiful. Well, that is true. I kind of already did. Look at that shimmer. You turn to find Colonel Sanders standing right in front of you. Colonel Sanders, beautiful angel that he is, stands before you, smiling gently, his hand outstretched. Boy howdy, this classroom gets hotter than a Kentucky fryer. Like, oh my god. Please use my handkerchief. I can't do Trump. I'm not good at doing Trump, okay? I don't care. You got a 3. You freeze up. Colonel Sanders is talking to you. Wait, Colonel Sanders is talking to you. About how sweaty you look? You're completely mortified. This can't be your first interaction. What if he never forgets this moment? Okay, are we taking the handkerchief or are we refusing it? Do we take it or refuse it? What do you guys think? You could make a gay Trump for Sanders. The way this game jumps around makes me think about, dude, where's my car? Take? Alright, we'll take it. You stretch out your hand and Colonel Sanders places a fine silk handkerchief in it. It's so beautiful you hesitate to press it to your face, but when you do, the feeling is transcendent. It has his natural scent on it. It smells of the most delicious chicken you've ever smelled. Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and set some ground rules. Welcome to University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. Are we on drugs? You know it. It smells like chicken, tastes like sunscreen. The birthplace of culinary legends past, present, and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears. There will be blood. There might even be really adorable tiny foods. And if you get in my way, then it'll be 10 points away from Gryffindor. And when all is said and done, there will be a battle. You will lift your sporks and compete in the broom cooking arena. Just then, another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. I think so. Alright. So how am I gonna do Trump? I gotta think of the best way to do Trump. This is gonna be so dumb. The most nerdy anime voice. Fucking Deku. Hi guys. Sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss. What's going on? Why is everyone staring at me? Why isn't anyone saying anything? I only came to this school to get bitches. Oh my gosh. Holy crap. Where are the bitches at?
I appear to be Riz. My word, folks, the Rizzler has struck again.
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Just laughing my ass off. But I'm good. Oh my gosh. So funny. Yeah, I'm good. Quiet. Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue. You're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place? Don't you recognize me? This is my third year in this school with you as my teacher. Everyone stares at him blankly. Does no one remember me? You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Let that be a lesson to you students that tardiness is unacceptable. Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across the town on his tiny wheels. You turn to see the student Sprinkles is referencing. I think Goku needs an exorcism. Or a lozenge. Or has something stuck in his throat. It's one of the three. Oh my gosh. Its name is Snaples. Little stroke attack. You turn to see the student Sprinkles is referencing, who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. Alright, how should we do Clank? Clanky. Let me see if I can do an okay Trump. Let me think. Goku on a stroke or Trump? Make him sound like Princess Bitch. Princess Bitch. I feel like I should know that character. Okay, hold on. Your version of Peach. How about a TTS bot? Okay. Thing of many words. That is true. Let's go with bzzzt. No. Bzzzt. There we go. The class bursts into laughter. Oh, Clank, you rascal. Sprinkles. Sprinkles walks in the classroom as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose into the air and takes a deep sniff. Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you'll definitely need multivitamins. You should be taking better care of yourself. You've never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkles' reputation for being smart but tough is well known. You decide to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket. But what kind? Okay, what are we giving this dog? A beef treat, rubber ball, or chicken snack? 1 for beef treat, 2 for rubber ball, 3 for chicken snack. We got 1, 3, 2. KFC is sponsoring. All right, so we've got 1, 3, and 1, 2. So we need a tiebreaker here or something. What do we think here? I'll just flip a coin or something, honestly. Coin flip. All right. Roll the dice. Okay, yeah, we could roll a dice. We'll do that. We'll roll the dice. All right, so let's see. How are we gonna split that? No ads. No. Hold on, I'll use a 6-sided dice. All right, so no, I could use. No, I'll use 6-sided dice. Maybe I'll use a 10-sided dice. Hold on. Okay, so I've got a 6-sided dice. So 1, 2, 1 and 2 will be beef treat. 3 and 4 will be rubber ball, and 5 and 6 will be chicken snack. It's a 5. Giving them chicken. You reach beneath your apron and return with a chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkles' eyes go wide as he locks onto it. His favorite. May the dice rule forever. Well. I think there might be some competition for new star student. The furry professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hand slick with a coating of warm doggy drool. You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat flavors on them at all times. Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your minds open to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation. As everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only two options remain. Hey, the Wizwa! There's still a seat here. It seems that no one has claimed this seat next to me, if you're interested. A new star student. Harry Potter. All right. 1, 2, or 3 will be sit beside Colonel Sanders. 4, 5, or 6 will be sit by our best friend. Let the dice be ever in our favor. 6. We're sitting by our best friend. Sit on Sanders. Dice is rigged. Fine, I'll roll it again. It landed on 6 again. All right, we're sitting by our best friend. You move to take your seat by Miriam. I'm so glad you had to have you near me to support me through this class. It's not weighted, it's see-through. It's a see-through dice. There's nothing in it. Like, there's literally nothing in it. Oh, we want to sit him on Sanders. Too late. Of course, you're my best friend. Who else would I sit by? Colonel Sanders? Yes, he has such a magnetic personality. And there's a seat open right next to him. If you had sat there, you might have gotten to know him a little better. I'd never sacrifice our friendship. Besides, I'm sure I'll get a chance to talk to him later in the semester. I've got 3 whole days. That's like a lifetime. So you say, but now that Miriam mentions it, Colonel Sanders is just so darn dreamy. As soon as you've settled into your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Think fast. It's time for a pop quiz. Yay! A quiz about me! This incredibly important and surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you are ready for life at culinary school. Keep your knives sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question number 1. If train A is traveling to point B and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking? So Van and Sanders are going to ride into the sunset towards Brokeback Mountain. All right. Yeah, 1, 2 will be meh. 3, 4 will be extremely. And then 5, 6 will be doesn't matter at all. Got a 2. Meh. Depends. That's wrong. Forest is to tree as chicken is to... Alright, 1, 2 will be feathers, 3, 4 will be night vision goggles, and 5, 6 will be a slam dunk. We got 4, so it's night vision goggles. I'm using the dice to decide this. This is gonna be so fucked up. Let's go. That's wrong. What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created? Pork. That's right. What food is best for a broken heart? All right. 4, camel meat. That's wrong. Is Sprinkles a good boy? We got no. That's wrong. That's wrong. He is nothing but the best. Your total score is 1 out of 5. Yikes. Only one right. You're on thin ice, the Rizzler. You look to make sure that Colonel Sanders doesn't see your shameful results. But it's too late. He's staring at your score, shaking his head in disappointment. May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make.
Yeet, yeet, skirt, yeet, yeet, skirt, skirt, skirt. Roll up, yeet, drop that, yeet, skirt that, yeet, pop that, yeet. Hey, 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 hey. You never loved me, Mom.
That was the important announcement. Time for lunch. Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters. Do you smell that? Whoop, wrong one. That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good. Everyone, can I have your attention? Is it about lunch? No. I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, I was... Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement. Hey, It's about lunch. Everyone cheers. But Shh. Lunch. Lunch. She said, shh. Dumbass. In honor of the new semester. No. Hold on. I'm like mixing up voices here. Hold on. Okay. In honor of the new semester, I have prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch. That must be the smell I smelled. It's the smelliest smell I ever smelled. Indeed, that smell. You hold your breath, waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard that he's very talented, but were the rumors true? Is this this dick? Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. He pulled it out of his ass. The aroma envelops you, and you begin to feel warm and safe. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken. What a novel concept. Your stomach begins to grumble as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. It smells like shit and stomach acid. What the hell did I walk into? What the fuck? Yo, Prison Gamer, how's it going? You're in for a ride of a lifetime here, prison gamer. Tell you that much. You're gonna love it. How's it going, Sheila? I know what a line to come into stream to. For years, I've been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculations, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavor. Your game made me buy this dumb shit. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. But that's all I'll say about that. What? You think we want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Nah, my dude. Nah. I'm just drafting a last will and testament in case one of those ingredients is a poison. I got him. He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. You wait to see what zinger Ashley has prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yeah, and I was just like writing in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. Yes, I knew at that moment that only the hand of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame. With cooking skills like this, she wants him all to herself. Oh, this game's free, by the way. Did you see a YouTube short of an Aussie Uber driver where a woman in his car did confuse cash cab with fake taxi? No, and I don't think I'd want to. Oh, please. Well, Van the Man, if you don't want any, I'll take his. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, this game's free on Steam. Whoa, hold on. I mean, I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. Pretty sure Van will take his. Easy now, there is enough for everyone. Please follow my fellow classmates. Dig in. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of this bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. Alone with your taste buds gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. Let's go. We got 6, so we're gonna swim toward the light. Somewhere up ahead, a bright light beckons you. The flavors are so intense you become wrapped up in them, unable to resist. You reach toward the light. It grabs your hand and pulls you closer, closer, until your fingertip connects with the end of everything. You are forever lost in the land of tender fried chicken bliss. Your mind dissolves. There is no the Rizzler now. There is only herbs and spices. Though Miriam tries to revive you, she cannot. Game over. All right, let's try again. How to make a family-friendly game into PG. All right, hold on. We're gonna fast forward a little bit. Come on. All right. Yeah, let's go with savor the moment. The flavors in your mouth are beautiful, pure, heavenly. What a guy! Alone with the flavors, you feel something that can only be described as love. For a man, for flavor, are they the same? After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he is doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I wondered if I could talk to you for a second. Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? How bold to come out and ask. It's an idea I had for a new combination of flavors that will make me my fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal, really. It's just you and me here talking. I can't keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade. What's the rush? The semester is only getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. He's clearly not going to give it up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. These words are written for Van and Sanders. Dude, 2 days. Yo, welcome in gaming. Oh, sorry. I rolled the wrong dice. You got a 13. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel. Shouldn't learning be fun? Aww. You've got moxie, I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone, and then leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers. Just one ingredient, but you can't tell. I use cocaine. It's something my great-grandmother taught me. Cocaine? Wow. You'd never have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you'd get some if you searched. While you're wrapped up in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. He uses drugs. I use drugs. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Dicks. He uses dicks. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated. You got a 3. Sounds like you have big plans, loser. I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that. Alone together for the first time, you figure now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. Which one should we pick, chat? 1, 2, or 3? That's my role, dead inside. It sounds the sexiest. Fair enough. I don't know why it wouldn't have allowed that. All right, we're gonna wow him. We need to make Van and Sanders to marry. I don't think that's gonna happen. You got an 11. Wow him with a big idea to add an additional ingredients to really spice things up. You know, about that, I was thinking about your secret recipe. I don't doubt it. It has a way of leaving an impression on all who taste it. You decide to show him that you also know a thing or two about blowing minds with new flavors. Dicks. I actually had some thoughts on how you could improve it, because, you know, you could use some improvement. Improve it? You want to change my secret recipe, and you think you can do better? Have you ever heard of habanero peppers? Heard of them? I tend an entire garden of chili pepper varieties. Habanero, poblano, cayenne. But that's not the point. You can't just toss new ingredients into my secret recipe and expect to improve it. A recipe is about balance. It involves careful consideration and refinement. You got a 17. I didn't mean to. Let this be the last time you improvise on my recipes, the Rizzler. I'm headed back to class for the next lesson. That certainly didn't go as planned. You'd better head back inside, but you wait a moment so that Colonel Sanders doesn't think you're desperately chasing after him. You step into the massive cooking arena, where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need. Look at this place! It's magnificent! Finally, we get to show off our stuff! Wait a second. Oh no, we have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it? You're not going to blow anything. except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans you're going to earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations. Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. Hey, Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of two? That is, me and you?
Fuck
that
your
wasn't
life,
clear.
Bing bong.
Perfectly timed. Wanna be my partner? Sure, the Rizzler. I'll prepare our station. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. Two different students quickly take notice. Hello, new partner. Beep. Boop. Oh my. Two potential partners. I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose. It looks like you'll have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? They're going to cook drugs anyway. True. All right, who should we pick, Pop or Clank? Which one, everybody? Should we take the little boy who sounds like he's got some kind of throat problem, or go with the literal living, breathing smoker machine? Pop or Clank? Which one should we pick? I'll leave this up to you guys. Which one? Clank is like a KitchenAid. Pretty much. Yeah. He definitely gives off KitchenAid vibes. So should we go with Clank? That would be cheating. Okay, so Pop it is. We'll go with Pop. Sorry, Clank, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Pop today. Pop gives a big smile as he steps up to the same station as Miriam. I'm a chef. He holds up a banana and, without peeling it, proudly eats the entire thing. It's disconcerting, but Miriam is too kind to act gross out. I love your enthusiasm, Pop. She looks at you like, really, this kid? But it's too late to change your choice now. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. All right, you two. For today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flint to make a fire. You get the idea. Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? Steak tartare seems easy enough. It's fancy and you don't even need to cook it. Using octopus will blow Colonel Sanders' mind. Your grandmother's mashed potatoes and gravy. We're gonna go with the potatoes and gravy, I think. I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, comforting. You know, just 'cause. Cook that, Granny. Heck yeah. Maybe mashed potatoes. And gravy. I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll go get the potatoes. No, please, let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here, yes. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? We're just cooking partners. Mind your business. Sanders' heart is my business, and you better keep your fingers off of my man. Did someone call for me? Oh, this music be going hard, man. No chase, Van Van. While I'm over here crushing the Rizzler's dreams, you're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was the deal, remember? Colonel Sanders returns, arms full of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends. Oh, howdy there, Ashley, Van Van. Are we working in quartet instead of a duet now? Actually, no. It looks like the Rizzler was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. I was going to say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get up to my level. Doubt it. Don't be rude, Van Van. Personally, I have no doubt whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together like a thigh and a drumstick. It just makes sense. Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear. She's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. Ashley is really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Turn to Colonel Sanders, hunk of hunks in your time of need, or turn to Miriam, your forever bestie who always has your back. Which one should we go with? Maybe I'll leave it to the roll of the dice. Okay, so... yeah, so 1, 2, 3... will be the first option. 4, 5, 6 will be the second. All right. Let's go with Colonel Sanders. I'm here to learn and to express myself via my cuisine, not bicker with prima donnas. Partners were chosen at the beginning of class, so let's all respect the format, okay? You turn to Colonel Sanders to confirm that you're on the same page. I chose Colonel Sanders, and Colonel Sanders chose me. Isn't that right? Sometimes conflict can actually build character. I wouldn't want you to shy away from a bit of healthy competition with our peers, the Rizzler. Wow, he is just not that into you. You'd think a gentleman would defend you in a situation like this. Did you do something to offend him at some point? You look for Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis and their short but sturdy stature. And Sanders and Riz. You look down at your station and realize that, in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the boiled potatoes into a perfectly creamy mash texture, with plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well while your attention was elsewhere. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Yeah, you missed a lot of stuff, Savage. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny would be very proud. Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. You reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. Two of you stand holding the same spork, and for that small moment, all of the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. And you got a 13. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Together, you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Van, do something! Do something! Scooping up a fingerful, Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold on right there, the Rizzler. We do not waste food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you'd both better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands. Can I has potatoes face? Van Van rushes back over, a covered dish in his hand. Mashed potatoes with gravy. Pathetic. In just a few minutes, I've prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my speciality. Braised tentacle of octopus in my silky saltwater sauce. Plated on a battle axe blade forged by my supreme chef ancestors. You've ignored me for too long. That ends now. It is I who will have first bite, and you will all look on with envy. The interrupting student rushes at Van Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off his plate. Saltwater sauce, bye-bye. No, don't. Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think octopus was rushed and may have turned in the process. The result could be toxic. Too late. It has been eaten. I think I left something in the oven. I don't feel so good. It killed him. Everyone step back. Don't take another bite. When you look back at the plate, the rest of it is gone. You've noticed the tip of the tentacles being slurped up in Pop's mouth. It should have been me. Pop winces in pain for just a moment, then is almost immediately back to his oblivious self. Oopsie. Tastes like poison. You got a 15. The entire class is gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They are as motionless as statues. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated him against poisons of all kinds. I'm not sure the professors here make enough money. Hello? I just turned into a ghost over here. Oops, tastes like poison. Anyway, I gotta go to my next class. Bye, bitches. Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home. What? Like, for real? Oh, come on. You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Sounds like an ordinary Wednesday for Savage. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today? Before you go on, I want you to know, they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Colonel Sanders. Yes, the Rizzler? There's something I need to tell you. Hold it right there. There's something I need to tell you first. Oh, jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. And every day since, I have been working toward that dream day and night, never stopping, never resting. Also, lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights. We should follow our dreams with all of our hearts, that our soul may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star. The chocolate cake was delicious, even would have been worth food poisoning. Was it white chocolate? Hey, no. You... Shut up. I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story. Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy? You can't prove that. I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him. We're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero. Okay, let's see. I think we'll try to do Trump. Hold on. I think I need to quickly hear like Trump's voice for this. Hold on. Hold on. I'll try, but I'm not promising anything. The Spork Monster is here to fight a hero because I'm here to fight a hero. I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds. We will not let harm come to another student. Except for that ghost kid. I kind of dropped the ball on that. Be afraid. Be very afraid. I said, don't cry. But you're gonna cry anyway. Because you're gonna be afraid of me. Because I'm a monster. See? Is he rhyming on purpose or is that just a coincidence? But before you can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence. What will you do? You decided to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with love. I love how it's using the text box from like Final Fantasy VII. Cook with love does 1 damage. It just got real. The attack really upset Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. You took 1 damage. Spork Monster won't forget this. Spork Monster is really feeling threatened by your attack. Spork Monster focuses their mashed mind and draws in energy from Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? You decided to defend. Which defense will you use? Trepidation. You hold your head between your hands and mutter, "This is not happening. This is not happening." Spork Monster is no quitter. Buffed up and ready to rumble, they go on the attack once again. Spork Monster uses Utilitensel. You took 2 damage from the attack. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. Spork monsters oozing cheese sauce onto the lawn of the quad. I wonder who is going to have to clean that up. Feeling vulnerable, Spork monster prepares for its ultimate attack. Rounded edge. Vile villain, your reign of terror stops here. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. Pot pie power punch. Pot pie power punch does 10 damage. Spork monster is defeated. You saved me. An injured Spork monster spews steam into the net. What are we doing? Are we gonna finish him? Or are we saving the wretched beast? What should we do? No mercy? Alright. We show no mercy. Finish him. No student will ever walk the quad in fear again. This monster messed with the wrong chef. You ready your final attack? You'll never survive my student debt loan destruction. That never gets old. Student loan debt destruction does 10 damage. Spork monster is completely vaporized. Colonel Sanders looks on in awe. You continue to surprise me, the Rizzler. The defeated monster left behind a special item. It appears at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection it is so much more. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed it out is Borko. Barco? That name sounds strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you are tucked in tightly. Good night, my Colonel. In your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird. You awake one day on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? Why are you on LSD while sleeping? Good question. If this doesn't happen at my KFC, I still be thoroughly displeased. I still love that Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You met up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the Spork monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like Pop. Like him? Like? I know it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. We got to talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders enlisted in the army when he was only 3? Not only that, but he founded a special unit of super soldiers who will all wear the same hats just because he put a hat on one time and thought it looked cool. So bougie over in Europe. Imagine eating chicken nuggets and your stomach goes... I can't eat real food. Plastic and preservatives don't mess up my stomach as much. Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with the new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning, you're a ting now? We definitely connected yesterday. Sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? Your bestie's eyes light up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spices, secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from super duper well dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice, he even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with him, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I ever tasted. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Europeans mind seeing American food. This is outrageous. They get away with this. My mind seeing American food. Yes, yummy plastic and chemicals. So good. Jules. Savage, we did have found a 2-week-old watermelon in the fridge at work. She was walking towards us. Whatever. Anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, so we've stayed in touch, you know, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe, and besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone. Please, please, please? It would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or from Colonel Sanders. What do you think? Should you protect Colonel Sanders' secret or share it with your bestie? All right, what do we do? Are we going to tell her what the ingredient is, or are we going to fake it? Should we fake it till we make it? I have a feeling that we should fake it till we make it. But I want to know what you guys think. If anybody's got any suggestions, by all means. Okay. I think we're gonna make up a fake ingredient. I think that would be the best option. You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know, how about it was Eye of Newt. I know, sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do? Eye of Newt? Wow. Her eyes light up imagining such a thing, and you figure that you've satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossom petals fill the air. It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school. All right, let's roll a dice. Oh. We're gonna roll a dice and see what which option we're going with. Are we gonna stand back and admire his majestic glory, or are we gonna run to him like a lost puppy? We're gonna stand back and admire his majestic glory. Colonel Sanders' horse is truly a thing of beauty. Without ever acknowledging that he is being watched, he does a short horse dance before dismounting with a flourish. He then slaps the beautiful creature gently on its rear, sending it running free into the countryside. You are so struck by the sight of him that you lose the ability to speak coherently. Oh, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Don't worry, he knows his way home. Sanders should ride on Van Van. It reminded me of a very funny story I heard. I saw a roach on the counter. I think it saw me too. That sucker was huge. I heard it growl after that. I jumped back after hearing that shit. It jumped after me. I gunned it out of the house. You attempt to compliment Colonel Sanders, but the words don't come out exactly right. What a horseful beaut you have. I mean, what a horseful beaut you have. Dang it. That's what I just said. Being a good friend, Miriam attempts to cover for you. Oh, the Wizard just gets really nervous around people they like. What? This is not helping. I mean, they got food poisoning and were up all night. It was gruesome. You should have seen it. She gives you a wink and a smile, as if to say, situation handled. Can't blame a girl for trying. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. You enter the classroom. You can see your two rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad. You try and get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why didn't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? Yeah, we'll be the responsible people. You immediately dress the rivals down for their immature behavior. Culinary school is to be respected, you losers. This kind of nonsense is a waste of everyone's time. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking, are you? You make the rules? What's up, fucko? Joey Karate. Oh, dear Lord. Yo, Icy, how's it going? I'm not sure you'd know a good meal if it ate you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a look at what it was they were hiding, and you instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found after your encounter with the Spork monster. That's the same book I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom, and its contents are secret. You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. We're playing. Why are we 6 hours ahead of wherever this is? Good question. Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep. But eep. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watching you bucket of balls. 2:41 a.m. over here. You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Womp. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer. Womp womp. No, your mother was a stand mixer. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me. But I'm not interested in either of them. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn. Rub his furry dog Billy, he loves it. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention to the lesson, truly you do. Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, the Rizzler, naturally, this appears to you to be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? Let's go with a dog biscuit. Because of the shape it's baked in, you assume the dog biscuit is a treat made by Sprinkles. An example of his own culinary talents, perhaps? You reach out for it when Sprinkles jumps up and bites onto your cooking apron. What kind of monster would steal a dog's favorite biscuit? Your apron is left in tatters. The entire class looks on in horror as you fall unconscious from the embarrassment. I never even got to taste it. No worries. I gotta try again. Shoot. All right. Next time, let's not pick that one. I've game overed like 3 times. Blah, 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 blah. We're just gonna fast forward through all of this because we've already gone through it all. I'm not going through it again. Come on. Da, 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 da. Okay. Blah, blah. Okay, blah, 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 blah. We're almost there, I'm sure. Come on. Almost there. All right. Let's go with a shimmering pepper. A brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in a most eye-catching way, so naturally you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. However, your body is not prepared for the heat. The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. Feels like forever as you trip through the universe. My friend... Ooh. This guy again. I'm here to give you an important message. Ooh. Mary Van Sanders, no worries special. You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... I was saying, to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is... Sorry, I think I still got some spice stuck in my throat. It's fine. I'll work through... to fulfill... I'm not going to keep doing the coughing thing. The prophecy. You must... You feel yourself begin to regain consciousness. Oh, man. You come to and find everyone is staring at you. That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever. You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim, and your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via time competitive cook-off. Demand that they stop wasting everyone's time. Step and tell them you're on. A bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down on it, then so be it. I'm not the fool. You're the fool. Kurdwine Van. I like your gumption, the Rizzler. I'll be watching your performance. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sportsing court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer. Then a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words timer ready. That's what I'm talking about. Arrgh. I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me. In case anyone was wondering, I hope its message lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now is my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself. You had his chicken and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day one, and you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. That's right, but how would you have even gotten into the school without knowing that? Winner gets to rub my furry belly. Let that enticing offer motivate you. You're going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. That's right. You might not know all of the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Hey, what's up, Wolf Princess? I feel like the dog is like an old Mayan ball court. If you have beef, bring it to the ball court. But how's it going, Wolf Princess? Yo, Jordan, welcome in. Why no Smash last Sunday? I just had a lot of stuff going on Sunday, and it was just getting a little bit too overwhelming. So I had to cancel the stream on Sunday. But we will be doing Smash Sunday for sure next Sunday. So that will definitely be happening. So next Sunday will be Super Smash Brothers, and Friday night will be Mario Kart. So if anybody has Mario Kart and wants to join in, that'll be happening Friday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. So you can join in and have some fun crushing each other in Mario Kart. And then we'll be doing Super Smash Brothers on Sunday. Well, welcome in, Jordan, over on YouTube. Appreciate it. That's right. You might not know all of the ingredients yet, but at least you're heading in the right direction. Tails wagging intensifies. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. I'm beginning to get... I'm begging you to get it together. Get it? I'm a dog. It's never the wrong time for some dog jokes. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You'd better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. That's right, this is your shot, and you're not going to miss it. Arrgh. No, I'm not doing 2 Smash streams. So today we're doing this game. Then Friday will be Mario Kart. I don't think I'll be able to stream on Saturday, because my work is requiring me to work some overtime on Saturday, so I probably won't be around for that. But then Sunday... Sunday we'll be doing Super Smash Brothers. This is your shot, and you can't miss your chance to blow. Such opportunities come once in a lifetime. My gosh, savage. I fixed my N64 color thing at least. Heck yeah. Let's go. I didn't know you were having a problem with your N64 stuff. Oh. All right. Let's continue on, shall we? You try to shut the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. Original or plus? Oh, you mean for the Mario Kart? It'll be Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for the Switch. That's the sound of success. Sizzling? I don't know. Don't make me get the spray bottle. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, the wrestler. No, this game you're playing. No, this is the I Love You Colonel Sanders game. He's actually cheering you on, which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you were doing. Now all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. What were you thinking? Get your mind back into the competition. The game is displayed as DDLC. That's interesting. I didn't know that. No, this is an original game. It was made by KFC. Oh, excuse me. All right. The games were too bright. The sand in Mario 64 were snow white color and it should be yellow. It were the cable that was the issue. Gotcha. Yes. My chicken hero. Sadly, it doesn't exist. Any KFC in Norway. Dang. Probably for the better, honestly. Their food's not that great. It's very, like, soggy. Eh. KFC has 2 weird advertisements that have caught my attention. This one and KFC sunscreen. Yes, they did make that. You are stranded on a desert island with only one dessert cookbook. Which one do you take? What a hunk. I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? You're falling behind. What does that have to do with crafting spectacular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuits? Waff. Waff. You're really struggling to keep up. At the next station over, Ashley has already begun plating elements for her dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into a stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps. Yikes. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. Beautiful TTS work. I thought so. You might not have any hands, but the Wizard does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by doing the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand into the mixer to rescue your dough before it's overmixed. The Wizard! No! But you're not fast enough and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find is that the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Everyone, stop what you're doing right now. This battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Better than Scary Clown teaching you, true. What answer would get an entire room's attention if asked the question, what is your secret ingredient? True. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Aw, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish ready to serve. Yes, surely that makes me the winner by default. The game's release year? I don't know if it was released in 2015. I know I played this game like 2 years ago. You got a 17. No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of the Rizzler's injury. You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish.
Yeet, yeet, skirt, yeet, yeet, skirt, skirt, skirt. Roll up, yeet, drop that, yeet, skirt that, yeet, pop that, yeet. Hey, 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 hey. You never loved me, Mom.
But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skipped straight to dessert.
Who said that? Which one of y'all dead motherfuckers just said that shit? Was it you, String Bean? You skinny ass looking motherfucker?
Nope. There we go. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was going to ask the Rizzler to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. I will also do Mario Party 1 one day. It's the most brutal Mario Party game and can injure your hand. Heck yeah, let's go. Brutality. Inside, you'll find a delicate fried cheese croquette atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry jelly. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger in the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you? As he places a sauce-covered finger into his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester, perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brows, you run for the quad to be alone. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now, not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is a part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've ever failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well then, think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you. Enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure. I was born that way. But I walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. A bit too old for me. I think he's a teenager in this. I think it's just the white hair. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure, is honest, is something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Finger licking young. Yay! Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. Also, I just realized Sanders has the smallest waist I've ever seen in my life. Right? Garko, the Spork Monster, is here to fight a hero. Is anyone else feeling a bit of deja vu? I'm sorry, Gorko, but I could have sworn we already battled you last night. That was Borko, my twin, and I, Gorko, am here to avenge them. Obama. That was Borko, my twin, and I, Gorko, am here to avenge them. Are you stronger than Borko? Well, we're twins, so no, not really. We're pretty much exactly equal in every way. Why do you ask? Colonel Sanders smirks. He's already on the same page as you. It's just that we beat Borko pretty easily, so I don't think you have much of a chance. Not to mention, I feel really guilty about that. If I could take it back, I would. I think what the Rizzler is saying is, can't we just be friends? Life's too short for making enemies. I suppose. We really don't need to fight. It's just that I've got these pointy teeth and claws. All the better for enjoying tasty foods. Surely you like to eat. Don't we all? Why the white bearded hair? Good question. I don't know. He's either a teenager or he's in his very early 20s. Of course I do. Inspiration strikes and you come up with a quick idea. Jump on this! You toss a biscuit into Gorko's open mouth and he devours it in one gulp. Delicious! You're much nicer than the evil students who once upon a time turned me into this creature who stands here today. I don't believe it. You were a human once? This is style, I guess. I would devour a biscuit in one bite too. Well, no. I was a Chihuahua, but I was still a student at this school. Until one day, some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed. The magic spellbook? Precisely. Borko used to have a copy, but somewhere along the way, I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg you, respect it. You're a powerful chef, and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear. I will be there. Sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. The Rizzler. Together, I'm sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. A personal invite. You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Oh, he has a chicken. Surprise. Exactly. Shouldn't be that surprising. He's also got a walking cane with a white chicken on the top of it. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy. Both, perhaps? Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him or keep it a secret just for you? I think we're going to keep it a secret. Actually, I've said too much. Please forget I've ever said anything. You can practically hear Colonel Sanders' heart beating in his chest. He tries to act demure, but his facade begins to crack. I can appreciate a good secret, of course. In fact, I've got many, nearly a dozen in my fried chicken recipe alone. But I would hope that you could learn to trust me with yours. Well, I suppose you did share a secret ingredient with me yesterday, so it'd be only fair. Colonel Sanders' face grows serious. Yes, about that. You see... Yes, Colonel? I haven't been completely honest with you. The secret I told you was a fake. Oh no, the ingredient you shared with Miriam. It wasn't true. You're angry with Colonel Sanders for lying, but the fact that you revealed his secret shows that he was probably right to do so. You mean I wasn't the one? It wasn't one of the real 11 secret herbs and spices? You see, we had only just met, and I had to make sure that you were trustworthy and capable of keeping my most important secret. To me, my recipes are priceless. Well, I have something to confess. That secret ingredient you told me, I shared it with Miriam, my bestie. Unfortunately, I already knew this. I was very disappointed, but now that you've come clean, we can start building our relationship as fellow chefs again. Yes, the delicacy of cooking, especially that of the two-winged poultry, is quite delectable, especially when paired in the most fortuitous circumstances. Thou wilt surely agree with my humble opinion on such a scrumptious dish. I promise to be honest from here on out. I really do. I'm counting on you. Then in that case, I present to you my original coleslaw. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' luxe hideaway. Magnificent! Together, you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please, make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. You gaze out of the window across the vast lake and mountain range beyond. Just then, the ghost of student pops up. Are you thinking about heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death? Wait, what? I never learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I could just tell you my name right now. It's... Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? You open the window a crack and the ghost of student is swept out with a breeze. This must be where he keeps the secret recipe. You think for a moment, what number is important to Colonel Sanders? Then it dawns on you. As soon as you turn the dial to 111111, the safe opens. Inside it, you find a single note. Can chicken be prepared sashimi style? An adorable little baby boy crawls across the floor. From the goatee and mustache combo he sports, you figured that this must be Colonel Sanders himself. That or maybe it's the drumstick that he seems to be waving like a rattle. Empty thine compartment for thine pantaloons. For what purpose? Who frames a baby picture of just themselves? Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of the company they founded, am I right? A photo appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt. Maybe this is where he discovered one of his secret herbs and spices. You take a closer look at the large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lie the ashes of all my past careers and business failures." Poor guy. One of the framed photos shows an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheering them. You look closely and see that there's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. You notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on a corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic, it's real. Taxidermy must have been important for Colonel Sanders when it was alive. A little note clipped to the chicken's foot reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." A scented candle. You pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool? Freshly starched collar? Piece of wood floating in a lake? Summer of 69? No, it's one of the secret recipe ingredients. It's crack cocaine. A lock of silver hair is woven through the teeth of the comb. Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair therein isn't just silvery in color. It's actually made of spun silver. That's just weird. You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off its hanger and try it on. The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Yeah, whenever the white boxes show up, I did the same, just named drugs. Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he has been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks why you're wearing his jacket. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say, it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket. You forgot to take it off. We're gonna fess up and tell the truth. You confess. I think I've developed feelings for you. I'm not sure that my big chicken dreams have left any room in my life for romance right now. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel. Yes, the Rizzler? I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence. You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Secret ingredient is speed. LSD hitting different that night. Day is a day that could change the rest of your life. You think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about. Weed. In some jurisdictions, marijuana isn't even legal. But if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Is there a McDonald's version of this? No, there isn't, sadly. See, this game was actually created and endorsed by KFC themselves as a promotional stunt to try and get gamers to start buying their chicken. Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's meticulous. You taste Colonel Sanders' food, and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery? Should we take him down a peg, or should we flatter him? Ah, yes, this weird dating app really makes me want to taste his chicken. I'm not entirely sure opioids are legal. All right, what should we do? Should we flatter him, or should we take him down a peg? I think since we're trying to get with him, we'll flatter him. You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears, unable to speak. The only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. KFC now pairing with Long John Silver. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you. It's okay. But now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date. I think I can believe that. Since I'd been partnered up with Pop, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him, you better harness those wild horses, young man. I'm not that kind of girl. He was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure. I can get to know the little guy. Long story short, he took me to my favorite shush house, but things quickly spiraled out of control. Did she just say shush house? As if that's a thing people just say? What is that even referring to? And now I'm not really sure where we stand. Pop must be pretty smooth. Heck yeah, I'm smooth. You know I'm smooth. You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story, however. Bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened, but the emotional connection. Wowzers. Together with your bestie, you feel like you can do anything. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. Because you know, he's Pop. What's a swirly? Sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. I'll order you up one. Right away. I need to try and keep my voice down a little bit. I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog and a treat. You can't get your swirly dip too. Why don't you pick on someone your own size, losers? Because I'm literally the biggest person at the school. There is that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You've got some nerve, the Rizzler, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words and I won't have it. You clench your fists, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince in pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well give up. I'll never give up. Ever. Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? The Rizzler, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hand, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? But what about the flavor of my delicate warm gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say it was bland. Excuse me, the Rizzler. I am more than capable enough to speak for myself, thank you very much. Sounds like me, sexy voice. Hey, how you doing? Tell you what, once I saw you, I had to come on by and sit next to you. I'm glad I did. What's up, bitch ass? Derogatory term. Raspy voice. Anyway, how about that number so I can get to know you? You got like multiple personalities there. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel? I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See you inside, the Rizzler. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who knows she for who you know she really is. You walk across the quad to get some distance. Yeah, fucking just get straight to the point. Exactly. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel about the interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Whoa, what's that book? It looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open to a page covered with arcane warnings. Cast only in case of an extreme emergency, it says around the edges of the page. I could use the spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exams. I will try to sleep. It's 3:27. Oh yeah, you should probably try and get some sleep there, Wolf Princess. But I'm super glad that you were able to pop in and say hi and all that stuff. Thanks for being able to stop by. I hope to catch one of your streams soon. But have yourself a great night. Thank you so much for being here. If I could, okay. That is way drastic. Couldn't you do something else, like anything else, not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Reminds me of that Mike Tyson documentary. I had no idea how to talk to goths. Hey, you wanna... You wanna fuck get slapped. Okay, fine, it is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you, and a pretty good excuse to try it out. Should we cast the forbidden spell? What do you think, Savage? Should we cast it? Cast the spell, erase our memories of Colonel Sanders entirely from our minds? No? Alright. Fine. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. Must be hungry. Reach for some old homework to give him as a snack. Dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens. Sprinkles stops in his tracks. He focuses in on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. It's a dog. Hey, Penguin, welcome back. Sprinkles turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terrence, I told you never to come back here. Terrence, I will destroy you. Terrence! Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off of his face. His chastity is in our hands, and honestly, why not have a little yaoi action? At least it's something. You rizzing a dog? No. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? You'd better not show your chubby chicks around here ever again. After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt by not only Terrence, but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professional tone. I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, the Rizzler, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see... But before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. I told you to save it for after class. But I miss you. We went on one date, Pop. And how can you miss me when I'm right here? Pop's voice quivers as he pleads his case to Miriam. Every time I blink, you go away again. That's a really cute thing to say. That's a really cute thing to say, Miriam. What happened between you and Pop? I got her in trouble and now she's mad at me. I didn't just get in trouble. I got yelled at by Pop's mother, who blamed me for getting him banned from every museum we set foot in. Oh, so that's what you meant by shush house. Pop, we went on one date. We're over. And it meant so much to me that I made this for you. Too hurt to go on arguing, Pop leaves his creation behind and runs out of the room. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pale over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam trademark. I'm still working on the title, but I think you'll get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey, Miriam, are you okay? Okay? I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that, in front of everyone? Tiny Coco is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke. Even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sandor's stallion and ride off into the sunset without me. Of course not. Well, maybe, sort of, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it, and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you met today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow. This is why I need a girl with a kind of deep voice. The deep raspy voice paired with a high pouty one doesn't sound like a good pair at all. Hey, you can't be fucking my girl. I gotta fuck someone. Want me to fuck you? Is that the problem? Oh. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup. And I bet that Professor Dog is gonna love it up. While you were pep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay, because you had a better idea for how to spend the time before your exam. You decide to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge, a test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent, and a chance to beat the pants off Van, the supposed man, and his evil counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on, the Rizzler's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. The Rizzler, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decided that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know. My nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? Haha, no. I can smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. What should we say TLC is? Testosterone. You know what makes Trevor that much better? He's Canadian. What should the L stand for? I don't know any drugs that start with L. Let's start with T. Okay, so first one will be testosterone. Testosterone. Lacosamide and cocaine. That's what TLC is. Trank loving. But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Wow. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules. That is, except to cook with everything you've got. You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van and Ashley are preparing wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect, the original recipe, fried chicken. The intensity in the room starts at full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of actions. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wash! Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend baster blaster! Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roll. Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula. Yas. Even Clank gets in on it. 5 dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? It's the singularity, as was foretold. We mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all. Self-destruct. Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out of the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spell book out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic? Yeah, we'll do it the hard way. Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm going to do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. With the power of friendship. I believe in you, the Rizzler. No. I believe in you, the Rizzler. There we go. Miriam notices too. And I've always believed in you, the Rizzler, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who is cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but... Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. It's the secret ingredient! The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. Want to watch that one video I sent you in Discord? Probably after this, I'll probably just be, like, getting ready for bed. It is I, Steve, the Spark Monster. I can't do Donald Trump. Steve, wait, what happened to Gorko? You're not here to battle me, are you? Time for Biden. I don't know what Biden sounds like, to be honest. I don't listen to him. All I know is that he's very confused, like all the time. Which I could do confused, old man. Just do dementia. You Americans and your weird presidences. We Sork monsters are many. I think Go had the day off, but you have conjured Steve, and I hate to oh. So I'd say you're doing pretty all right. Spot on. Oh, hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids in your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out? Colon cancer. I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve, the Spork Monster, notices that you've got the grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station. I see what you're up to, Chris crisscrossed some magical items and accidentally summoned me, huh? Ha, yeah, you guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water? I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little spore pup back in the old country. You can feel Spork Monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Your kid and your colon cancer skills really impress me. You kids and your colon cancer skills. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition. I understand. It's kind of like that time in Monsters that I had fallen asleep during scare attacks class when I woke up. You toss a serious stare at Steve and he takes the hint. Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck. Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for... Yes! The Rizzler. You are the chosen one. You will avenge me? The power you'd been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground, energy coursing through your body. You know that with this power you can do anything, except turn back time, which would be super useful because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. But don't worry, dear the Razzler. You may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. Go Super Saiyan 1 now. Like right now. Hit that shit. All you've managed to make is mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never really been my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. Besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting? If we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union. Time's up, students. With time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some students. Pop, clank. From off screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student. I'm flying. It sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside the closet, you see Pop hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now. Let me guess, did Van Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse? I thought a wedgie was a salad. It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything. I can't feel my legs. May I be excused? Sure. You kids and your pranks, I must say, it's not the worst prank in UCSAL history, but it's not exactly your book material. Wait a second. Pranks? Clank! Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature word beep or other onomatopoeia, but there's none. Somehow he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester. Wow, 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Basically, Staples said, get fucked, get it good. Pretty much. Now describe your dish. I've made tender udon noodles in savory soup. My word, it is so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny Naruto maki I spy afloat in this itsy bitsy bowl? Yes, chef. Please call me Snaples. Chef is my father's name. Yes, Sprinkles. And some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked up myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the bowl. Sublime. Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on. I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine. I'll enjoy it all by myself. Had that $10,000 budget committed to the art. And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much. It was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+. Rarely do I taste a dish with as much love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug. Thank you, the Wizard, for helping me believe in myself. Van, you're up. Now describe your dish. I've made uni over smooth egg custard with an axe-hewn urchin shell topped with caviar. Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second different colored type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look good? Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Waff. Waff. Please be gentle with my cuisine. Grrr. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first. But he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Ouch! My tongue. The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. I can't eat this. It keeps poking my tongue. Disqualified. A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could make it difficult to eat? Dejected, Van Van does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified for glamour.
Don't discount simplicity.
This isn't the last you've heard of me. Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkle graciously laps up a bowl of milk.
I know. Yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley, it's time to step up. Now describe your dish.
I made orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rosewater syrup topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass.
That actually doesn't sound too bad.
Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece. Don't eat the food at a cooking school? Get toast in your ears or something, the Rizzler. I told you, it's a display piece.
Ashley, I must say it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school.
Yeah, which is why I cooked it, and did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating School for the Hungry. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral.
If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified.
Rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone. This isn't the last you've heard of me either.
If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself.
You and Colonel Sanders, the final cooks, step up together.
2 chefs.
What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays.
Just when I thought I've seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing and completely blow me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I have never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass. Everyone gathered round and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win! Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive, even the Van Van and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnificent fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment, to get their groove on. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Dog is in the house. Ow, ow, ow.
You knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Van Van and Ashley tell everyone that they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were the villains. What weird-looking outfits. Seriously. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting.
No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws.
I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me.
Oh, amusing.
Now that everyone is together.
It's the Spork monster. He has totally mellowed out.
All right, I think this is the Biden Spork monster. Everyone, the sport monster is no more. From here out, I prefer that everyone refer to me by my new name. Part Y monster. Students try to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Party monster. Dejected, student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know she's going to do great. A red carpet rolls across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop. He arrives late to the dance, but apparently for good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat. A crown?
Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean.
Oh, now I get it.
And we get a new wing on the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of Chancellor of such and such.
Miriam, will you be my lady king?
What an incredible turn of event. An offer to join the royal family.
It's like a dream come true. You'll get to be a princess, or maybe a queen. I'm not sure if he even knows, but either way, crown and gowns, baby.
I'm sorry, Pop, but I'm not interested. Not now, at least. I've got so much to do with my wife.
A twist on a twist.
So many more 3-day universities to attend. So many tiny foons to meticulously sculpt and then watch get accidentally blown away by a single sneeze.
Okie doke.
The music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking and electrical hissing. It's Clank, who has arrived late to the dance.
Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth. Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing. I am Clank, and I am not of this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What?
I actually feel like I knew this the whole time.
Now that I have learned the way of your kind, I must return. A portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. They all died because of the arsenic sauce used for thickener in the mac and cheese.
Howdy, classmates.
Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time it's a full meal.
I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken.
The end? Yay! We finished the game. Woohoo! No, it's not the end. As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor.
The Rizzler, what are you doing sitting all alone, silly?
Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance.
I wonder, might you tell me what are the qualities that you would expect to find in such a lucky person?
Off the top of my head, oh, I don't know, a spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, just to name a few.
It truly is my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off, and I'll be so glad to spend it together with you, the Rizzler. How sweet, we'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together? Well, I think this is something I'll just need to do by myself. But who will help you run your restaurants? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? Could it be you found a love connection but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef? Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love, the life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I could enroll at pastry school. Oh, my dear the Rizzler, I'm sure that you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side. The end. Cool. We did it. Yay. KFC. What a thing. But anyway. Well, that was something. That was something, to say the least. Oh my gosh. That was funny. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. I know I did. I thought it was kind of weird, kooky, crazy, the whole 9 yards. I liked it. Let's see. Who should I go raid? Well, first of all, we're gonna finish off with YouTube. So to everybody who was watching on YouTube, thank you so much for stopping by. I will catch you all on Friday with some Mario Karting. So hopefully you'll want to stop in and join in on that. But to those of you on YouTube, I will catch you next time.